Israel-Hamas war. Pentagon tells Israel it will adjust U.S. troops in Middle East. When a world power like the U.S. changes its military policy because of rising tensions in the Middle East, what happens? We talk about the Pentagon's new decision to change where U.S. troops are stationed during the conflict between Israel and Hamas in this video. What effect will these military moves have on the balance of power in the area and around the world? Join us as we talk about what these changes mean for world security and how they affect people's lives. Are you ready to find out what the most important factors are that will determine the future of this unstable situation? Allow us to begin. There has been a substantial increase in tensions in the Middle East as a result of the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has prompted considerable responses from global powers. In a recent communication, the Secretary of Defense of the United States, Lloyd, informed Israel of forthcoming adjustments to deployment of United States forces in the region. This latest development highlights the mounting concerns that are surrounding the dangerous situation, particularly with regard to the threats that have been made by Iran and its allies, which include Hamas and Hezbollah. The strategic modifications made by the Pentagon, the broader consequences for the security of the United States and the area, and the international response to these developments are everything that are discussed in this video. On Friday, the Department of Defense of the United States of America announced that Defense Secretary Lloyd had a conversation with Israeli authorities about the possibility of making changes to the makeup of United States military personnel that are stationed in the Middle East. This decision was made as a response to the increasing amount of threats that Iran and its allies have been making in recent times. On the other hand, the Pentagon has expressed that they are investigating a wide range of possibilities, which include the utilization of naval and aircraft capabilities. Right now, we do not have any information regarding the particulars of these modifications. According to Sabrina Singh, the spokesperson for the Pentagon, the adjustments are being made with the intention of enhancing Israel's security in the face of both current and potential threats in the future. The goal of Singh's statement was to underline the commitment of the United States to increase the amount of force protection in the region. The Israeli Defense Minister Yoav participated in a phone call with Austin, during which they conveyed this commitment to one another. Joe Biden, the Vice President of the United States, repeated this promise during a recent conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. When tensions in the region are at an all-time high, the Pentagon is making an effort to alter the amount of United States troops and military equipment. This effort comes at a time when tensions are at an all-time high. Recent incidents, such as the killing of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, have led to the intensification of this tension. One of the factors that has led to the escalation of the conflict between Israel and Hamas is the fact that there have been multiple high-profile assassinations of important Hamas figures, including the death of Haniyeh. The Israeli government has been accused of being the architect behind the death of Haniyeh, and both Iran and Hamas have made a commitment to extract revenge on Israel at the same time. The accusations have resulted in an increase in the amount of hatred and threats, despite the fact that Israel has neither confirmed nor denied that it was involved in the assassination. In reaction, the United States is putting out preemptive activities in order to guarantee the safety of its allies and to manage any potential confrontations that may occur in the region. The United States Department of Defense Pentagon has undertaken strategic modifications as part of a larger effort to bolster the defensive capabilities of the United States in the countries of the Middle East. It was decided to deploy additional assets as a prophylactic measure, taking into view the mounting hazards posed by Iran and its allies. This decision was made in a manner that is analogous to the circumstance that was witnessed on April 13. The United States of America is placing a particular emphasis on improving its defenses against the likelihood of missile and drone attacks. On that day, Iran launched an attack against Israeli territory, employing missiles and drones to carry out the attack. The attack was significantly halted and neutralized as a consequence of the assistance that was supplied by defensive systems that were provided by the United States of America and its associated partners. It is clear that the United States should continue to provide assistance to Israel in its efforts to protect its security, as evidenced by the fact that these threats were effectively intercepted. The United States is committed to provide assistance to Israel in the face of rising challenges in the region, as seen by recent conversations between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu regarding new defensive military deployments. The changes that are planned are designed to increase Israel's potential to defend itself against possible missile and drone assaults, which will ultimately contribute to the stability of the region as a whole. The United States Department of Defense has made it very apparent that its principal purpose is to minimize the likelihood of a more broad conflict in the region. The United States of America is of the belief that a more broad escalation is not beyond the realm of possibility, despite the fact that it is true that tensions have escalated. Sabrina Singh, who serves as the spokesman for the Pentagon, has repeated the United States' view that it is working for a diplomatic resolution to the crisis and has highlighted the significance of attaining a ceasefire deal. In the United States approach, a balance is found between displaying support for Israel, which is a partner of the United States, and limiting the potential implications for the region. With the intention of preventing any further aggression, the United States of America plans to improve defensive measures and make preparations for a variety of different scenarios. While this is going on, they are prepared for any potential escalation that may occur in the relationship. The issue is being closely monitored by the international community, and a number of different parties have expressed their concern on the possibility of more instability in the region occurring. In the context of a larger international effort to manage and mitigate the effects of the ongoing conflict, the changes and deployments made by the United States are taking place. A number of regional entities such as Iran and Hezbollah are keeping a careful eye on the situation and making preparations for potential responses. There is a possibility that the confrontation will extend beyond the immediate region, as indicated by Iran's threats and the recent retaliatory language from Hamas. Consequently, the United States response entails not only the enhancement of defensive capabilities, but also the participation in diplomatic efforts with the goal of de-escalating tensions and preventing a confrontation of bigger proportions. Moreover, the broader consequences of the modifications made by the United States are crucial for both the security of the region and the relations between nations. The presence of the United States in the Middle East continues to be an important role in determining the balance of power and in the management of conflicts. In light of this, the strategic choices made by the Pentagon will be of critical importance in deciding the course that the ongoing battle will take, as well as the overall stability of the geographical area. As a response to the intensifying war between Israel and Hamas, the Pentagon has made the decision to change the deployment of U.S. troops and military equipment. This decision highlights a vital phase in the ongoing crisis in the Middle East. In response to the growing dangers posed by Iran and its allies, the United States is taking preventative measures to provide support to its friend Israel and to preserve the stability of the area. As the situation continues to develop, the center of attention continues to be on striking a balance between defense preparedness and diplomatic measures in order to prevent a confrontation that is more widespread. The response of the international community and the efficacy of defense measures taken by the United States will be critical factors in determining the outcome of this precarious situation. Over the next several weeks, it will be extremely important to determine whether or not these strategic revisions have the potential to contribute to a de-escalation of tensions and a route towards a resolution that is sustainable. If you found this analysis of the Pentagon's troop adjustments intriguing and want to stay updated on the latest developments in global security, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on our in-depth coverage and expert insights into how these strategic moves could shape the future of the Middle East. Subscribe now and stay informed.